punched Lindsay's speed dial number on my cell as I eased into traffic, scrabbling around in the glove box for a little chocolate relief. Lindsay Rogers, my best friend, chirped into her annoyingly cheerful human resources voice. Hey there, Linz. It's me. I mumbled about the dented Snicker bar I just inhaled. You won't believe what just happened. And I proceeded to regale her with my sad tale. But never mind. Spilled milk, right? Or spilled mocha. So tell me again this guy's vitals and where we're meeting for dinner. Phoebes, you're getting forgetful in your old age. You're going to Imperial Gardens, where they have that nice little dance floor at the back. And his name's Colin, as in Firth, as in Pride and Prejudice, and Bridget Jones, and a girl with a pearl earring. He's a tall, attractive, 30-something salesman from Toledo who comes to town once a month. Swallowing the last bite of Snickers, I asked, what's wrong with him? Nothing that I can see. Nice guy, great hair, and perfect teeth. Lots of expensive orthodontia in there, I'm guessing. I interrupted Lindsay, who ever since she'd finally gotten braces on her 30th birthday, seemed to be obsessed with everyone else's pearly whites. You sure he doesn't have a wife stashed back home in Toledo? Nope, because I overheard him talking to my boss when he was drawing up his life insurance plan, and he got all wistful when Peterson showed him his silver-framed photos of the wife and kidlings unit. Good-looking, single, and likes kids. Sounds too good to be true. It was. That night, over Moo Goo Gai Ban and prawns and garlic sauce, Colin, who, truth be told, was nothing at all like Colin Firth, though he did have some great Hugh Grant hair, drilled me on the importance of being earnest about life insurance, even at my age. The evening started out well enough. He was rather good-looking, pleasant, and polite. Didn't blow his nose in the linen napkin like my last blind date had, which gave me hope. But by the time the fortune cookies arrived, I was afraid I'd do bodily harm to Colin with my chopsticks if I heard one more word about actuarial tables. In desperation, I asked him to dance, thanking my lucky stars and my mother that I hadn't been raised Baptist. This is one of my favorite oldies, I said, as Sinatra slid into Fly Me to the Moon, wishing all the while I could fly to the moon instead. Mine too. I love the standards, Colin said, as he spun me energetically around the floor. Very energetically. So, Phoebe, tell me, he said as he twirled me around, are you a church-going girl? Removing a chunk of flyaway hair from my mouth, I answered breathlessly, yes. In fact, Lindsay and I attend the same church, First Presbyterian. You don't say, Colin said, stopping in mid-whirl, causing me to lose the little bit of balance I tried to maintain while dancing with Mr. Saturday Night Fever, and winding up with my cheek squashed up against his, I knew it, polyester blend jacket. I'm a Presbyterian too. My she said